Hello and welcome to this second look exploring session looking at Respublica by Nicolas Udall. This is a second look. We're going to be rattling through this at pace. We're not going to be reading stage directions. We're going to try and give it a bit of welly and see how it all goes. There are some songs. We're not going to do them very well. We're just going to mark their existence and then move on. So that's going to be a bit silly. And we're going to get most of the play done today, but we're going to have a little mini session to just do the final section of it, because the cast suddenly expands in the last act and we don't quite have enough people today to do it reasonable justice. But we're going to get a fair amount of way into Act 5, fingers crossed. We may stop early if we have to. But reading today, Respublica herself is...
Sarah Blake, coming to you from The Hague.
Reading Insolence and also potentially Peace as well is...
Hi, I'm Lynn. I'm in the dark and cold northwestern United States.
Reading the Prologue, Justice, and maybe stepping in to read Adulation, depending on timings for readers, is...
Hi, I'm Greg, and I'm near Stratford-on-Avon.
Reading Oppression, who will have many names. All the vices will have alternative names. It will get very confusing later. As well as Veritas or Verity, depending on your point of view, is...
Connor here in London.
Reading the personification of the people, Uar, as well as Misericordia, is...
Alan, Suffolk Yokel.
And I'm your host, Robert Crighton. I will be reading Avarice, and we're going to see where that all goes. Did I skip somebody? Did I skip Aliki? Reading Adulation is...
Or neglected Aliki, who is in Athens.
Sorry, I could have sworn I was working just my way down the list, but obviously that's not what happened. Anyway, we're all here. We're all raring to go. So if I could ask everyone to disappear as we leave it to the prologue, to prologue away.
First, health and success, with many a good new year wished unto all this most noble presence here. I have more to entreat you of gentle sufferance, that this our matter may have quiet utterance. We that are the actors have ourselves dedicate with some Christmas device, your spirits to recreate, and our poet trusteth the thing we shall recite may, without offence, the hearer's mind delight. Indeed, no man speaketh words so well forepondered, but the same by some means may be misconstant, nor nothing so well meant but that, by some pretence, it may be wrong interpreted from the author's sense. But let this be taken no worse than it is meant, and I hope nor we nor our poet shall be shent. But now, of the argument, to touch a word or twain, the name of our play is Respublica. Certain. Our meaning is, I say not as by plain story, but as it were in figure by an allegory, to show that all commonweals ruin and decay from time to time hath been, is, and shall be alway, when insolence, flattery, oppression, and avarice have the rule in their possession. But though these vices by cloaked collusion and by counterfeit names hidden their illusion, do reign for a while to commonweal's prejudice, perverting all right and all order of true justice. Yet time trieth all, and time bringeth truth to light, that wrong may not ever still reign in place of right. For when pleaseth God such commonweals to restore to their wealth and honour wherein they were afore, he sendeth down his most tender compassion to cause truth go about in visitation. Verity, the daughter of sage old Father Time, sheweth all as it is, be it virtue or crime. Then doth justice, all such as commonweal oppress, tempered with mercy, endeavour to suppress, with whom anon is linked tranquillity and peace, to commonweal's joy and perpetual increase. But shall boys, saith some, now of some high matters play? No, not as discussers, but yet the book doth say, ex ore infantium perfectixe laudem. For when Christ came riding into Jerusalem, the young babes with the old folk cried out, and all and some, Blessed be the man that in the Lord's name doth come. So, for good England's sake this present hour and day, in hope of her restoring from her late decay. We children, to you, old folk, both with heart and voice, may join all together to thank God and rejoice that he hath sent Mary, our sovereign and queen, to reform the abuses which hitherto have been, and that ills which long time have reigned in uncorrect shall now for ever be redressed with effect. She is our most wise and most worthy nemesis, of whom our play meaneth to amend that is amiss, which to bring to pass, that she may have time and space, let us both young and old to God commend her grace. Now, if you so please, I will go and hither send. That shall make you laugh well, if ye abide the end.
Now, Goddy God, every one, both great and small, from highest to lowest, Goddy God to you all. Goddy God, what should I say, even or morn, if I mark how the day goeth? God give me sorrow. But Goddy God, each one 20 and 20 score of that ye most long for. What would ye have more? Ye must pardon my wits, for I tell you plain, I have a hive of humble bees swarming in my brain, and he that hath the compass to fetch that I must fetch, I may say in council had need his wits to stretch. But now, what my name is, and what is my purpose? Taking you all for friends, I fear not to disclose. My very true, unchristian name is Avarice, which I may not have openly known in no wise. For though to most men I am found commodious, yet to those that use me my name is odious. For who is so foolish that the evil he hath wrought for his own behoof he would to light should be brought? Or who had not rather his ill doings to hide than to have the same bruited on every side? Therefore, to work my feet, I will my name disguise, and call my name Policy instead of Covetise. The name of Policy is praised of each one, but to rake Cromwell seed, Avarice is alone. The name of Policy is of none suspected, policy is ne'er of any crime detected, so that under the name and cloak of policy, Avarice may work facts, and scape all jealousy. And now is the time come that, except I be a beast, e'en to make up my mouth and to feather my nest, a time that I have waited for a great long space, and now may I speed my purpose if I have grace. For hear ye, sirrah, our great grand lady mother, noble dame Respublica, she and none other, of the offals, the refuse, the rags, the parings, the baggage, the trash, the fragments, the sharings, the odd ends, the crumbs, the driblets, the chippings, the patches, the pieces, the brokelets, the drippings, the flittants, the scrapings, the wild waifs and strays, the skimmings, the gubbings of booties and praise, the gleanings, the casualties, the blinder sheets, the forging of forfeits, the scape of extreats, the excess, the waste, the spoils, the superfluities, the windfalls, the sheddings, the fleecings, the petty fees, with 1,000 things more which she might well lack, would fill all these same purses that hang at my back. Yea, and 10 times as many more bags as these, which should be but a flea-biting for her to leese, that if I may have the grace and hap to blind her, I doubt not a sweet lady I shall find her. To her it were nothing, yet many a small maketh a great, and all things would help me, whatever I may gate. Full little know men the great need that I am in. Do not I spend daily of that I do win? Then age coming on, and what is a little gold to keep a man by dreed that is feeble and old? No man therefore blame me, though I would have more. The world waxeth hard, and store, they say, is no sore. Now the chance of thieves in good hour be it spoken. Out, alas! I fear I left my coffer open. I am surely undone. Alas, where be my keys? It is gone that I have sweat for all my live days. Woe worth all whoreson thieves and such covetous knaves, that for their winding sheet would scape men out of their graves.
Oh, noble Insolence! If I could sing as well, I would look in heaven among angels to dwell.
Sing? How? Do I sing but as other many do?
Yes, an angel's voice ye have to hearken unto.
Yea, but what availeth that to high dignity?
By his arms, not a whit, as far as I can see.
Or what helpeth that thing to set man aloft?
By his wounds, not a straw, so have I told you oft.
No, but you're one of such goodly personage, of such wit and beauty, and of sage parentage, so excellent in all points of every art.
Indeed, God and nature and me have done their part.
That if ye will put yourself forward to the most, ye may throughout the whole land rule all the roost. How say you, oppression? Is it not even so?
Thou sayest sooth. Adulation, so might I go. If he were disposed to take the charge in hand, I warrant him a chive to rule all the whole land.
So, Master Insolence, you hear oppression?
I thank both him and thee, good Adulation, and long have I dreamed of such an enterprise, but how or where to begin I cannot devise.
Wherefore, sir friends, but your enterprise to allow.
And then must you support them as they must maintain you.
And wherefore do friends serve, but to set you in?
You shall have all my help whenever ye begin.
But we may herein nothing attempt in no wise without the counsel of our founder, Avarice.
He must direct all this gear by his Holy Ghost.
But he knoweth what is to be done in each coast. He knoweth where and how the money is to be had. And yonder he cometh, methink more than half mad.
Oh, it was a fair grace that I was not undone clean, yet my key was safe locked under my locks, I ween. But e'en as against such a thing my heart will throb. I found knaves about my house ready me to rob. There was such a tooting, such looking, and such prying, such hearkening, such stalking, such watching, such spying. Where would ye, my masters? We look after a cat. What make ye hereabout? We have smelled a rat. Ha! Now a wheel on such noses, thought I by and by, that so quickly consent where hidden gold doth lie. But had I not come when I did, without all fails, I think they had digged up my walls with their nails.
Let us speak to him and break his chafing talk.
Such greediness of money a men doth walk, that have it they will, whether by hook or by crook.
Let us call to him that he may this way look.
Whether by right or by wrong, in faith some care not. Therefore catch that catch may, hardily and spare not.
Hail our founder and chief, Master Avarice.
The devil is a knave, and I catch not a fleece.
When you see your time, look this way, your friends upon.
I doubt not to scramble and rake as well as one.
Here would be that would fain be disciples of your art.
I will not be behind to get a child's part.
Now, if ye have done, I pray you, look this way, back.
Who buzzeth in mine ear so? What, ye saucy Jack?
Are ye yet at leisure with your good friends to talk?
What clawest thou mine elbow-prattling merchant? Walk, ye flatterbundus, you fleering clawback, you the crow is white, you the swan is black, you John hold my staff, you what is the clock, you Nagatnego, you.
I marvel you speak to me in such fashion.
Why troublest thou me then in my contemplation?
I came of right good love, not minding you to let.
Thou ne'er camest to any man of good love yet.
And these men's minds it was I should do so?
As false wretches as thine own self, and falser too.
We have been loving to you and faithful always.
For your own profits then, and not mine, I dare say, and in verre, you three as it was, and others none, that would have robbed me, not yet half an hour gone.
We
never robbed you.
Robbed any man.
Or any man, late or rather.
Yes, and many a time and oft, your own very father.
And to have we borne hearty favours alway.
And I warrant you hanged for your labours one day.
And
our God,
we have
always honoured you.
And e'en as your God, I succoured you.
We call you our founder, by all holy hallows.
Founder me no foundering, but beware the gallows.
I pray you leave these words and talk friendly at last.
Content. At your request, my fame is now well past, and, in faith, what saith our friend Adulation?
I wonder at your rough communication that you would to me use words of such vehemence.
Faith, man, I spake even to prove your patience, that if thou hadst grunted or stormed thereat.
Nay, few times do I use such loud manner as that.
Come, shake hands, for ever we two be at one.
As for grudge in me, there never shall remain none.
Now, Master Insolence, to your ghostly purpose.
We accorded a matter to you to disclose.
I understand all your agreement and accord, for I laid in your bosoms when you spake the word, and I like well the advice of oppression, and eke of flattery for your progression.
If there were more matter whereon to work, I care not.
Ye shall have matter enough. Be doing, spare not.
What? To come to honour and wealth for us all three.
Ah, then, ye could be content to leave out me?
No, for I know ye can for yourself well provide.
Yea, that I can, and for 20 beside.
Oh, would Christ, good founder, ye would that thing open?
Bones, knave, wilt thou have it ere it can be spoken?
For the passion of God, tell us it us that all speed.
By the cross, not a word, here is haste made indeed.
Yes, good sweet Avarice, dispatch, and tell us at once.
Nay, then, cut my throat, you are fellows for the nonce. Will ye have the matter before it can be told? If ye have me tell it, ye shall your tongues hold. Whist! Silence! Not a word. Mum, let your clatter cease. Are ye with child to hear, and cannot hold your peace? So, sir, now, Respublica, the lady of estate, ye know now lately is left almost desolate. Her wealth is decayed, her comfort clean ago, and she at her wit's end what for to say or do. Fain would she have succour and easement of her grief, and highly advance them that would promise relief, such as would warrant her spirits to revive, might mount to high estate, and be most sure to thrive.
So,
Well said.
Huh?
What is this? Hum.
on forth.
Go to.
Tell on.
Body of me!
Mum.
What say ye?
Hike.
Tough.
Ooh, hacken toughen, What say ye?
Nothing.
Not a word.
Nor you neither.
Mum.
Did ye not speak? Did ye speak or not?
No.
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 Not yet. Do not.
No.
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 That. Sir, I intend Dame Respublica to assail, and so to creep in to be of her counsel. I hope well to bring her in such a paradise that herself shall sue me to have my service. Then shall I have time and power to bring in you three.
Do this out of hand, founder. And first, speak for me. Bring me in credit that my hands be in the pie, and I get not elbow room among them. Let me lie.
Nay, see an oppression, this eager elf. Be not since more covetous than covetous self. Soft, be not so hasty, I pray you, sir, soft a while. You will over the hedge ere you come to the stile.
I would fain be shouldering and rumbling among them.
Nay, I will help devils as shall wrong them.
I pray you, good founder, let me not be the last.
Thou shalt be well placed where to thrive very fast.
I thank you, Master Avarice, with all my heart.
And when thou art in place, see thou play well thy part. When ye claw her elbow, remember your best friend, and let my commendations be ever at one end.
Warrant you.
At what? Shall I be left clean out?
No, sir, ye shall be chief to bring all things about. Ye shall among us have the chief preeminence, and we to you, as it were, owe obedience. Ye shall be our leader, our captain and our guide. Then must ye look aloft, with hands under the side. I shall tell Respublica ye can best govern. Be not ye then squeamish to take in hand the stern. Then shall we assist you, as friends of perfect trust, to do and to undo, and command what ye lust. And when you have all at your own will and pleasure, part of your livings to your friends ye may measure, and punish the proudest of them that will resist.
He that once winceth shall feel the weight of my fist.
Yea, we must all hold and cleave together like buns.
Yea, see, three hang and draw together like furs.
And so shall we be sure to get store of money sweeter than sugar.
Sweeter than any honey.
Very well spoken. This gear will right well accord.
Did I not say you were worthy to be a lord?
I will make Insolence a lord of high estate.
And I will take upon me well, both early and late.
But, Insolence, when ye come to the encroaching of lands, ye may not take all alone into your hands. I will look to have part of goods, lands, and plate.
Ye shall have enough, each body after his rate.
I must have part too. You must not have all alone.
Thou shalt be laden till thy shoulders crack and groan.
I pray you let me have a good lordship or two.
Respublica shall feed thee till thou wilt say, ho.
And I must have good manor places, 2 or 3.
But the chief and best lordships must remain to me.
Mass, and I will look to be served of the best, or else some folk somewhere shall sit in but small rest.
I must have castles and towns in every shire.
And I change of houses, one here and another there.
And I must have pastures and townships and woods.
And I must needs have store of gold and other goods.
And I must have change of farms and pastures for sheep, with daily revenues my lusty port for to keep.
I would have a bone here rather than a groat to make these snarling curs gnaw out each other's throat. Here be eager whelp, slow to it, boy, box him ball. Poor I may pick straws, these hungry dogs will snatch all.
Each man snatch for himself, by goose, it will be sped.
Lack who lack shall, oppression will be corn-fed. Is not Dame Respublica sure of good handling, when these whelps, ere they have it, fall thus to scabbling? And me, their chief founder, they have e'en since forgot.
Thou shalt have gold and silver enough to thy lot. Respublica hath enough to fill all our laps.
Then I pray you, sir, let our founder have some scraps.
Scraps, ye doltish lout! Feed you your founder with scraps? If you were well served, your head would have some raps.
Spake of goodwill.
Nay, fight not, good Avarice.
What any of us getteth, thou hast the chief price.
Then, whatever ye do, ye will remember me?
Yea.
Well, so do then, and I forgive you all 3.
But when do we enter, every man in his charge?
As soon as I can spy Respublica at large, I will board her, and I trow, so win her favour, that she shall hire me and pay well for thy labour. Then will I commend the virtues of you 3, that she shall pray and wish under our rule to be. Therefore, from this hour, be ye all in readiness.
Doubt not of us. Thou seest all readiness.
If it be at midnight, I come at first call.
Do but whistle for me, and I come forth withal.
That is well spoken. I love such a toward twig.
I come, founder.
That is mine own good spaniel rig. And come on. No, back again, all 3. No, come back again.
Our founder calleth us back.
Return then amain.
Come on, sirs, all 3, and first to you best be trust. What, is your brain pan stuffed with all wool or sawdust?
Why so?
What is your name?
Flattery.
In so just.
Yea, or else adulation, if you so lust. Either name is well known to many a body.
An honest mome. Ye dolt, ye lout, ye noddy, shall Respublica hear your commendation by the name of flattery or adulation? Or when you commend me to her, will you say this? Forsooth, his name is Avarice or Covetise, and you should have wit. Is your discretion bluntly to go forth and be called oppression? And you, Insolence, do ye think it would well frame if you were presented to her under that name?
I thought nothing thereupon by my halidom.
My mind was another way. By my Chrysodon.
That thing was least part of my thought. I St. Denis.
No, Mary, your minds were all on your halfpenny. But, my masters, I must on mine honesty pass, and not run on head like a brute beast or an ass. For is not oppression eachwhere sore hated? Is not flattery open rebated? And am not I, Avarice, still cried out upon?
Yes, I could have told you that a great while agone, but I would not displease you.
And you, Insolence, I have heard you ill spoken of a great way hence.
In my conscience, the devil himself doth love you.
But changing your ill name, fewer shall reprove you, as I, mine own self, where my name is known, I am right sore assailed to be overthrown. But doing as I will now, counterfeit my name, I speed all my purposes, and yet escape blame.
Let us then have new names, each man, without delay.
Else will some of you make hanging stuff one day.
Thou must new christen us.
First, what shall my name be?
Faith, sir, your name shall be Monsieur Authority.
And for me, what is your determination?
Marry, sir, ye shall be called Reformation.
Now, I pray you, devise for me an honest name.
Thou art such a beast, I cannot for very shame.
If you think good, let me be called Policy.
Policy? Rope ye shall, nay, hypocrisy.
Why, that were as slanderous a name as flattery.
And I keep for myself the name of policy. But if I devise for thee, wilt thou not shame me?
Nay, I will make thee proud of me, or else blame me.
Well then, for this time, thy name shall be Honesty.
I thank you, Avarice. Honesty.
Avarice, ye whoreson, policy, I tell thee.
I thank you, Policy. Honesty. Honesty. How say you, Insolence? I'm now Honesty.
We shall at length have a knave of you, Honesty. Said not I, he should be called Monsieur Authority.
Oh, friend oppression. Honesty.
Oppression is the devil in thy brain. Take heed, or in faith, ye are flattery again. Policy, reformation, authority.
Hypocrisy, defamation, and authority.
Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, you dull ass.
Thou namest hypocrisy even now, by the mass.
Policy, I said. Policy, knave, policy. Now say as I said.
Policy, knave, policy.
And what callest thou him here?
Defamation?
I told thee he should be called Reformation.
Very well.
What is he now?
Deformation.
Oh, was ever like born, was ever the like ass born of all nations?
Ah, pestle on him. He comes of the Asians.
Come on, ye shall learn to solfe reformation. Sing on now. Ray, refor, policy, reformation, authority.
Policy, reformation, authority.
In faith, ye ass, if your tongue make no more trips, ye shall be flattery and have on the lips. And now, Monsieur Authority, against I you call, ye must have other garments, so must ye all. Ye must, for the season, counterfeit gravity.
Yes.
Yes. What else?
And I must counterfeit honesty.
And I must turn my gown in and out, I ween, for these gaping purses may in no wise be seen. I will turn it in here. Come help me, Honesty.
Here, at hand.
Why, how now? Play the knave, Honesty. Hell, what dost thou now?
Counterfeited honesty?
Why then, come now, help me, my friend, Oppression. What help call you that?
Fit for your discretion.
Oh, I should have said, help, sir, Reformation.
Ye marry, sir. This is my nomination.
And when you are in your robe, keep it afore close.
I pray you, Master Policy, for what purpose?
All folk will take you if they peep under your gown for the various cases in country or town. Now go, and when I call, see that ye ready be.
I will.
And will I.
And so will I. Honesty.
Well, now will I depart hence, also for a space, and to board Respublica wait a time of grace. Where'er I find a time convenient, I shall say and do that may be expedient.
Lord, what earthly thing is permanent or stable? Or what is all this world but a lump mutable? Who would have thought that I, from so florent estate, could have been brought so base as I am made of late? But as the waving seas do flow and ebb by course, so all things else do change to better and to worse. Great cities and their fame in time do fade and pass. Now is a champion field where noble Troy was. Where is the great empire of the Medes and Persians? Where be the old conquests of the puissant Grecians? Where Babylon? Where Athens? Where Corinth so wide? Are they not consumed with all their pomp and pride? What is the cause hereof? Man's wit cannot discuss, but of long continuance the thing is found thus. Yet by all experience thus much is well seen, that in commonweals, while good governors have been, all thing hath prospered. And where such men do lack, commonweals decay, and all things do go back. What marvel then if I, wanting a perfect stay, from most flourishing wealth be fallen in decay? But like as by default quick ruin doth befall, so may good government at once recover all.
Oh, alas, my sweet bags, how lank and empty ye be! But in faith and troth, sirs, the fault is not in me.
Well, my help and comfort, O Lord, must come from thee.
And my sweet purse is here, I pray you all, see, how the little fools gasp and gape for Cromwell's seed.
If it be thy will, Lord, send some redress with speed.
But in faith, good sweet fools, it shall cost me a fall, but I will shortly fill you and stop your mouths all.
Oh, that it were my hap on friendly friends to light!
Ha ha! Who is that same that speaketh yonder in sight? Who is't? Respublica! Yea, by the merry mass!
Then might I be again as well as ere I was.
Hide up these pipes now, I pray God she is blind. I am half afraid lest she have an eye behind. We must now change our copy. O Lord, how I fray, lest she saw my toys and heard what I did say.
Is there no good man that on me will have mercy?
Remember now, my name is Master Policy. All thing, I tell you, must now go by policy.
Hark! Methink I hear the name of Policy.
Who calleth conscience? Here am I, Policy.
I pray you come to me, if you be Policy.
Yea, forsooth, my name is Policy.
I am sore decayed through default of policy.
Yea, most noble Respublica, I know that well, and do more lament it than any tongue can tell. For an if good policy had had you in hand, ye had now been the wealthiest in any land. But good policy hath long been put to exile.
Yea, God wot, ye have been barred from me a great while.
Yea, I have been put back as one clean off shaken. And what can a man do till he be forth taken?
Well, I feel the lack of your helping hand by the rood.
Alack, noble lady, I would I could do you good.
Yes, Policy, ye might amend all if you lust.
Yea, faith, I durst put myself to you of trust, but there be enough that for you could shift make.
yet none like to you, if you would it undertake. And I will put myself wholly into your hands, metal, grain, cattle, treasure, goods and lands.
Well, I will take some pain, but this to you be known, I will do it not for your sake, and not for mine own.
How say ye that, policy?
This to you be known, I will do all for your sake, and not for mine own.
I thank you, policy.
Nay, I thank you, lady, and I trust ere long to ease all our malady. Will ye put yourself now wholly into my hands?
Order me as you will.
Treasure, goods, and lands?
Yea, every whit.
Well, I thank you once again. But now, that you may think my dealing true and plain, and because one cannot do so well as many, ye must associate me with mo company, and first, by my will, ye shall set up honesty.
Marry, with all my very heart. But where is he?
Very hard to find, but I think I could fet him.
Call him straightways hither. See that nothing let him.
It were best if I shall go fet men for the nonce, to make but one voyage, and bring them all at once.
Who more than him?
Ye must stablish authority.
That must needs be done.
And eke reformation. We four will rule things of another fashion.
Policy, I pray you go fet all these straightway.
Yes, for this your present case may bide no delay. I will go and come with all festination.
I like well this trade of administration. Policy, for to devise for my commodity no person to be advanced but honesty. Then reformation, good wholesome laws to make, and authority see the same effect may take. What commonweal shall then be so happy as I? For this, I perceive, is the drift of policy. And behold, where he is returned again since. He showeth himself a man of much diligence.
I will do her double service to another.
Ye double knave, you, will ye never be other?
She shall have triple service of me.
Aye, quadruple knave, will ye ne'er use modesty, thou drunken whoreson? Dost thou not see nor perceive where Respublica stands, ready us to receive?
What talk have they yonder among themselves together?
I spy her now. Shall I first to her thither?
Soft, let me present you.
I ween they be in fear. Policy, approach, and bring my good friends near.
Come on, dear friends, and execute with good will such office as each of you shall be put until. Dame Respublica, it is that for you hath sent. Come on, friends. I will you unto her grace present.
To serve her,
Serve
we are
her.
pressed,
We are present with heart and whole intent.
with heart and whole intent.
Madam, I have brought you these men for whom I went.
Policy, I thank you. Ye have made speedy speed, therefore ye be double welcome, and welcome friends indeed.
Madam, your grace to serve, we all are fully bent.
Madam, you shall find me double diligent.
That is spoken of a good heart. But who be ye?
Oh, forsooth, madam, my name is Master Honesty.
Honesty! Well said.
Madam, this is honesty.
Yea, forsooth, and please your grace, I'm Honesty.
Madam, he is for you, on my word. Regard him.
Yes, and with large preferment I will reward him.
I thank your grace, and I will for you take such pain that ere I deserve one, ye shall give me twain.
Honesty, your tongue trippeth.
How said ye? take such pain?
That ere you give me one, I will deserve twain. By your license, madame, to take away this note.
Nay, honesty will not see a whim on your coat. Now, unto you I recommend reformation.
Of him is no small need now in this nation.
Well now, that we bid me abuses to address, I doubt not all enormities so to repress, and so shall redound to your wealth and honour at length.
Thereto shall authority aid you with his strength.
Yea, for authority to govern is most fit.
If ye, then, Respublica, do me so admit, I doubt not to hamper the proudest of them all.
And among you destroy Avarice.
Huh?
We shall.
We shall.
Vanquish oppression and adulation, for those three have nigh wrought my desolation.
Says. There, keep your gowns close before I say. Have you forgotten now what I told you one day? There is another, too, that would be chased hence.
Who is that?
Lucifer's son, called Insolence.
Ye say truth, and many naughty ones more than he.
If ye dare trust us.
All
Reformed shall be.
I thank you, and I trust you for my maintenance to be administer for your good governance.
Then, without fear or care, ye may yourself repose.
And let us alone with all such matters as those.
Then I leave you here on our affairs to consult.
When you please, in God's name.
We must both sift and bolt.
He's gone.
Well then, sirs, let us make no delay, but about our market depart, each man his way.
Nay, let us first sing a song to lighten our hearts.
Then are ye like for me to sing but of 3 parts? Can Avarice's heart be set on a merry pin, and see no gain, no profit at all in coming in?
We shall have enough to drive away all sorrow.
Then sing we On Bon Voyage, and St. George the Borrow. Bring ye to me, and I to ye. Ah, la 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 la.
The good hope that my masters have put me in to recover ruin that in me doth begin hath so recomforted my spirits and mine heart that I feel much easement of my great grief and smart. Now I do less wonder that lost men, life to save, far from land, do labour against the roaring wave. For hope, I see, hath mighty operation against the mortal sting of drooping desperation. Now, if I might but hear what policy hath wrought, or some one good thing that my friends to pass had brought, I would put no doubts, but all things should soon be well. Lo, where cometh honesty? He will the truth tell.
£300 by year and a good manor place. Well, it is meetly well in so short time. Come right shortly, this gear doth gaily walk. Oh, buns! Here's Respublica. What use I such talk out? I seek Lady Respublica.
Lo, I am here, and welcome, honesty. What do my friends most dear?
Certes, madam, we rest nor day, nor night, nor hour, to practice and travail for your wealth and honour. Oh, Lord, what a prudent man is policy! What a deep head he hath to devise and to spy!
He is fine indeed.
Also reformation, how earnest he is in his operation.
I think of him no less.
Now then, authority, the stoutest in his office that ever I did see, I will no farther praise them, madam, for doubtless they far surmount all praise that my tongue can express. May bless the time you met with such as they be. And I do my poor part.
Ah, I doubt not, honesty, and condign reward shall ye all have for your pain.
I have scarce an house wherein myself to maintain.
Honesty shall not lack.
I do not crave nor care. We shall take but scraps and refuse that ye may spare. We will not encroach the people's commodity. We shall take only that may come with honesty.
Christ blessing have ye. But lo, yonder cometh people.
I had thought as soon to have met here Paul's staple.
Where's rice pudding cake? Pray God she be an ale.
Rice pudding cake?
Yeah, also Dick's commonweal.
No, her not.
She lies nicely in your heart. She's this way, Jawad. Full solid thou art.
I know Respublica.
Hey, Mary, where is she?
Oh, she's busy now.
Yes, here you go. Chill and see. But this way she come.
Let my people come to me.
God forbid. What else? Come on, people. Is this the same she?
Yea, Malcolm tis.
People, what would you with me now?
Mary mistress. Adam, my lady, how do ya?
Even so, people, I thank you with all my heart, and I hope for better.
And let poor folk have some part. But we ignorant people, which to present, we're ne'er so appalled, so wrong, and so with torment. No Jesus Christ, when he was a pounced and a pilot, was ne'er so he trounced, as we've been these years late.
How so? Who hath wrought you to such extremity?
Tell thou, so passeth our captivity.
It passeth any man's imagination.
You say sooth, passeth any man's match mason. But we think ye love us as well as how you did.
My love towards you, my people, cannot be hid,
We think you would see silly folk did well.
and better than e'er ye did, if how I could tell.
We think ye would silly poor folk to thrive.
Yea, doubtless, as any like creature alive.
What need ye of her goodwill towards you to doubt?
Be so with sorrow. Let me tell my tale out.
Say on, my good people. Let me hear your mind.
We ignorant people be not so blind. We perceive there falleth the corn and cattle, all sheep, wood, then, lead, tin, iron, and other metal. All things, enough for good and bad. It's come in said for us, there we had. Yet the price of everything is so dear, as though the ground did bring forth no such, nowhere.
Indeed, I have enough, if it be well ordered, but few folk the better, if I be misordered.
Nay, now you say sooth. In this same way got the air. He'll order in us, 'tis hath made both you and we threadbare.
What naughty folk were they? Can you their names read?
Yea, that I scan. No mess of home for me need. There is first and foremost flattery. Ill have thee. A slipper, sugar mouthed war-cop as can be. He fleereth on you and beareth fair in hand. Therefore robbeth both you and we of our land. Cometh the sour, rough, crabbed child of passion. He tumbleth whom a lust out of possession. Then there's the third. I cannot remember his name. That calleth ye the same fellas. God give him shame. That beard still climbing up above a prominence. Cannot be content with their state.
Insolence.
Yeah, is that the same as he, sureless?
Nay, insolence!
Well, he'll roll all the roast alone, which I heard it said, or else make the best of him aghast and afraid. Such good men as could, and would order ye well, he is so caught, he will not suffer to mell. they will not be rolled, then hence out of favour. Yea, and perhaps corrupt our all for their labour. Yet he and they until the twain work after all the vice. Chapple to the name, till there is covetise. This hungry cock has such a polycat wit that he teaches them to rake and scrape up each wit. So these four, which never come out for me, I think will ne'er cease to spoil both you and me. Or sometimes they face us, call us peas and knaves, swear us, cut bones, and make us all slaves. Therefore, 'twas desiring your ladyship to see, and to give you warning.
Hear ye this, honesty?
Well, and God amend all, and be so good a clerk.
Hear ye this, honesty?
Oh, tinkers should lack work.
I am put in comfort, all shall shortly amend.
It is in good way already, else God defend.
Oh, lo, people, hearest thou this? Be of good cheer.
Yea, there is fair words, but beeth we the near.
People, understand ye that this is honesty?
Where a be trow mass, shall seen some as smooth as he, and be a trial, who found false flatterers to be.
I take this man for no such. This is honesty.
A gay smoke smirking orcop, 'tis so mote I thee.
Well, credit my words, people. This is honesty.
When I find it, you'll believe it.
'Tis honesty.
Spray in mercy then.
He and authority, joining with policy and reformation, travail to restore the old wealth to this nation.
Whoa, then Chiltwart, all within 2 years is plenty. This was any time within these years twice 20. And when we know and see that this thing is true,
Ye shall prove at length by the effect shall ensue.
nay, and we shall always be but served with shales, and she'll believe in still that vain words be but tales.
The thing already to such forwardness is brought that much to your benefit is already wrought.
Yea, what any good act have ye already done?
It is but young days yet, things are now but begun. The fruit of our doings cannot so soon appear. People, ye shall feel it within 7 years. You know it is no small work from so great decay.
People, he saith truth.
To set all in good stay, therefore be ye quiet, and hope for a good end.
Yea, she'll tarry leisure, take what God shall send.
Then, people, let us twain depart in quietness, for this talking here may hinder their business.
Come on, she'll wait before you, and be your man.
And I will to my fellows as fast as I can. Be they gone? Farewell they, God send them both a pip. But in faith, people, I will you on a hip. I will be even with you for your broad carping, you peasant wretch. On us four to be harping. And yet we must our matters handle discreetly, or else I fear it will end not very sweetly. But now I would avarice, or else insolence or oppression were here, rather than sixpence. And lo, where avarice cometh, a wolf in the tail, as the proverb saith, what doth he after him here?
Come on, sweet bags of gold, come on with a good will. I on you so tender, and ye so froward still. Come forward, I pray you, sweet bags. Ah, will ye so? Come, or must I draw you, whether ye will or no? I know your desire, you would fain be in my chest. When the belly is full, the bones would be at rest. Be content a while, I will couch you all up soon, where ye shall not be spied, neither of sun nor moon. Ah, What now, Brother Honesty? What pry you this way? Is there anything here that is yours, can you say? Look off from my bags! It is a pretty matter. You can see no green cheese, but your teeth will water.
In nomine Patris, hast thou got all this sense?
Oh, why, thinkest thou I've sat idle since I went hence? Nay, I filled my little purses, too, each one.
Hast thou so indeed? Thou art a fellow alone.
Ah, with old Inglots and Edwards, I think I have. Come forth, how you say you, sir? Peep out, you little knave. Think you by this bunting, is he full or no? And his fellows all, doth not their skin stretch for woe? And now these little buttons, no bigger than 2 nuts, have they not played gluttons and filled well their guts?
Look, who cometh yonder, puffing and tuffing?
Oh, come the devil if him lust staring and snuffling.
Oh, in my whole life I was never wearier.
Come near on God's half, the more knaves the merrier. Where have you lost your breath? In some coffer diving?
Shouldering among them for a piece of a living.
What? Are you now in any good hope to thrive?
Faith, if I lust, I may wear mitres 4 or 5. I have so many half-bishops at least.
By the arms of Calais, then am I a very beast.
Why, hast thou gotten to thy share in this space?
£300 by the year and 1 manor place.
The passion of God. £300 and no more?
Is it not that fair for him that had nothing before?
What, £300 by years? Call thee honesty? Call thee a knave? Thou shamest our fraternity. £300? If some man had been in thy room, £1,000 a year ere this time might have come. £300 a year? Against our next meeting, get more. I shall give a homely greeting.
You have split the bishoprics already.
Yea, I can him thank. He hath been somewhat speedy.
But yet have I left many a good gobbet loose. Change thou for the rest. Give a feather for a goose.
Didst thou with any one of them make such exchange?
Yea, I almost left them and never a farm nor grange. I told them, Respublica at their wealth did grunch, and the 5th penny they had was for them too much. So, authority and I did with them so chop, that we left the best of them a threadbare bishop. To some we left one house, to some we left none. The best had but this sea place, that he might keep home. We informed them, and we deformed them. We conformed them, and we reformed them.
What gave you them in your permutations?
Bare parsonages of appropriations brought from Respublica, and first empowered, then at the highest extent to bishops allowed, let out to their hands for 19 year.
Lo, cousin Honesty, lo, do you hear this gear? Faith, your maship will thrive at the latter Lammas.
I now grant myself to have been a very ass. But all is not yet gone, in case I have good luck.
No, there is yet enough left for a better pluck. For some of them were aged and yet would not die, and some would in no wise to our desires apply. But we have rods in piss for them, everyone, that they shall be fleeced if we reign one by one.
And how did all frame with our monsieur authority?
At length he won a full superiority.
But the rude gross people at him repineth sore, and against us all 4, with a wide throat doth he roar. Oh, but soft, methinketh I hear him hem and hake. If we meet here all 4, we shall soon some order take.
What, mine old friends all three? By my truth, sir, well found.
Faith, sir,
Brave,
most
sir.
heartily
Most
welcome
heartily welcome to
into
this
this
ground.
ground.
Bones, what have we here?
Uh-huh.
Bags of money, I trow.
Have we? Nay, I have, but none for you that I know. Lo, sir, thus might an honest man come to his harms. I will lie down on them, and keep them in mine arms.
Hast thou got all this? I myself have not so much.
Then have ye whole towns and castles. I have none such. Yet will ye not deny, I judge in my fancy, that ye have got them by drift of me, policy?
I confess that.
All my lands are scarce to smoked worth.
They were less when I, policy, first set you forth.
Ye have purses with gold. Would I had so many.
It were pity that such a goose should have any. Your good marship appointed me to crumbs and scraps, but policy will live by his neighbours, perhaps. But thus I see you would poll me, and you wist how. Therefore I will go hoard it, I make God a vow. I will make sure under 9 doors and 9 locks, and who but looketh that way shall sit in 9 stocks.
Nay, first declare to us how thou didst get all this.
Ah, for your learning I will you a spectacle set. But first get ye from me. Stand a good way hence. This shall not lie with this shall not lie within your reach by your license. Nay, yet farther, lest ye take my bags for bloodings, for such hungry dogs will slab up sluttish puddings.
Is it well now?
Nay, I'll hardly stand there still. And the names of my bags to you declare I will. First and foremost, this bag is my very clear gain of leases encroached and forthwith sold again. This bag is mine interest of this year's usury, and this is of matters bolstered up with perjury. This is bribes above my stipend and office. This fifth I have by selling of benefices. This is my rents that my clerks yearly render me, to be and continue in office under me. This same I got by sectorship of my mother, vengeance on her, old witch, for such another. This bag I have kept of other sectorships whole, which mad knaves would have scattered by penny dole. This is of church goods, scaped up without a law, for which was quick scambling as ever I saw. Of their plate, their jewels and copes, we made them louts, stopping people's barking with linen rags and clouts. They had the altar cloths, the albs and amices, with the cindons in which were wrapped the chalices. This 9th hath beguiled the king of his custom. This 10th of selling counterfeit wares have come. Now this 11th is of tallow, butter, cheese, corn, rollcloths, leather, by stealth sent beyond seas. This 12th is of grain, bell metal, tin, and lead, conveyed out by creeks when Respublica was in bed. This 13th I filled through facing out of doors, both from lands and goods, by pretence of the laws. Thus these 13 small jobs are mine by policy. All men must shift for a poor living honestly. If ever I bestow them, it shall be the next Lent, to the Prior of Prickingham and his convent.
Well, now, we may come near, may we not, if we lust?
Ye are near enough, out of my reach I dare you trust.
Well, now, let us sing, if it please authority, to refresh our spirits. It is restority.
I reck not for company's sake to sing once more.
I have less mind to sing now than I had before. Then had I no lust to sing, because I was bare, and now how to keep that I have got I do care.
Solace we must needs have when that we are weary.
Prolongeth life of man to be merry.
And if you sing so much honesty without fail, Christ and you at length, I fear, will make a battle. Go to, sing on, if there be no remedy, and ye look at my bags, ye shall mar my melody. Hey, nonny,
Hey,
nonny,
nonny,
oh,
for money.
for money.
Money, 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 money.
Now about profit devise we ourselves abroad.
Yea, and hear ye, masters, while time is, lay on load. Consider, ye have but a time of haymaking, and harvest is not mowing without paintaking. Now, time will not tarry, and therefore take good heed. Dispatch while time serveth, and all your matters speed. Time hath no rein nor bridle, but renneth apace.
Mark policy's words, sir. Excellent in our case.
And time hath this one ungracious property, to blab at length and open all that he doth see. Then a daughter eke he hath, called Verity. As unhappy a long-tongued girl as can be, she bringeth all to light. Some she bringeth to shame. She careth not a groat what man hath thank or blame. If men be praiseworthy, she doth so declare them, and if otherwise, in faith, she doth not spare them.
We will feather our nests ere time may espy, or verity have power our doings to descry.
Remember this verse, ut sint omnia salva fronte capillata post hec occasional calva.
Make me understand that fine rag of rhetoric.
Lo, here a fine fellow to have a bishopric. A verse of Latin he cannot understand, yet dareth he presume boldly to take in hand into a deanery or archdeaconry to chop, and to have the livelihood away from a bishop.
Oh, mercy, show thy verse, and leave this persuasion.
Forsooth, sir, it was of the goddess Occasion. She weareth a long tuffet of hair before, and behind hath not one hair, neither less nor more, whereby is taught you that, when occasion is, ye must take it betime, or of your purpose miss.
Then while occasion doth now serve so well, I pray you give ear to one thing that I must tell.
What is that?
What is that?
Monsieur, if you hear people mumbling, you must storm and sharply take him up for stumbling. You would not think what he said a little while since of us to Respublica in mine own presence.
When I meet them next, I shall tell them both my mind.
And policy to help you will not be behind.
Gentle Respublica was soon pacified, but people was sturdy and would not be qualified.
Alas, good poor silly soul, bear her fair in hand, and ye may win her as you lust to use her land.
But of goodness and occasion, one little more.
Marry, sir, even as I would have said before, she standeth with winged feet on a rolling wheel, to take flight or any grass may grow on her heel. And even while we stand jangling in this presence, I dare she is flown 20 mile hence.
Yea, cock's bones, and then adieu.
Farewell.
And I'm gone.
Faith, and I have after, as fast as I can anon. Now, my Godamites, as I did hither tug you, so will I on my back to your lodging lug you, and sure, if you can be quiet there and lie still, I will shortly bring you mo fetlows, so I will. I have a good benefice of 100 marks. It is a small policy to give such to great clerks. They will take no benefice, but they must have all. A bare clerk can be content with a living small. Therefore Sir John Latin, my friend, shall have mine, and of him may I farm it for £8 or 9. The rest may I reserve to myself for mine own share. For we are good feeders of the poor, so we are, and we patrons are bound to see, I do you tell, the church patrimony to be bestowed well. Other odd corners besides these I have many, which with all good speed shall increase your company. Come on now, therefore, in faith I do great wrong, to promise you lodging, and to keep you thence so long.
Oh, Lord! What may it mean to be thus borne in hand, and yet none amendment to feel nor understand? People doth daily and hourly to me resort, challenging my promise of relief and comfort. I report to him as my rulers do to me. People still affirmeth that they devourers be. The more I do him cheer, the more he doth despair. I say his wealth doth mend, he saith it does appair. What should I judge of this? May it be credible? Or by any reason, may it be possible that such four as those, in whom I have put my trust, showing such face of friendship, should be men unjust? I will know if people feel yet any redress of his former sores, and of his rueful distress. We shall meet soon, I doubt not, and talk together. And lo, as I would wish, he approacheth hither. Well met, people. What place go ye now unto?
Jam at the farthest to see how you do. We twain must have whiles come visit either other. For we beareth your children, and you beareth our mother.
And how do you mend now? In your thrift and your purse?
As sour ale in summer, that is still worse and worse.
People, what should I say?
Ay, mass, I cannot tell. But we ignorams all would fain we should do ye well. So outfit you yourself, better than you did, trow.
Till God send better hap, rather decay than grow. This bringeth me in a conceit of jealousy, rather than much good. Would I speak with policy?
Was he not drowned, trow, last year, when Conscience was?
I see him yonder appear. This cometh well to pass.
Is this same he?
Yea?
And if you not so say, I could swear I'd been dead, but Lynn run away.
Oh, most noble lady, that I have not of late made to you relation how you stand in state, have not been of negligence, nor to work by stealth, but of my deep studies, devising for your wealth.
To hear the truth thereof, I wished you to see.
Thou stud your brains, my gentleman. Will you tell me, for our lady Respublica commodity?
I devise what I can for the prosperity of this lady Respublica and her people.
That lawyer, this is thrown into false steeples. I pray God ye stud not, as child of some elves, but study for the common profit their own selves.
To study for both your wealths I am a debtor.
Pray then, as good ne'er a wit as ne'er the better.
I do nothing but compass, therefore, without doubt.
I pray then, he went too far a compass about. For some good that might have been done in all this season.
So there is, if to perceive it ye had reason.
Truly, I feel myself hitherto worse and worse.
I spell the same, both my ground and my verse. 5 or 6 year ago, Chad fell king to my pale. This present now, I'm scarce worth a good tell-tale. That time Chad a witch, and her foal and 10 sheep. Now can get nothing, myself and my wife to keep. And I Chad, I be with the king's most comfortable. Should let myself forth prettily, and so 'twas able. Now, for lack of a salad, when my liege hath need, I'm fain to take an act of God's good on me head. For God, my dame, this is but a small amendment, that I can comfort me to you. I think it's your judgment. Compassing, God, Gemman, are you the same compassing? And whom shall we twain thank? You for this compassing?
No, sir.
Now by the compass, God compassed.
Blame have they of God and man that this compassed.
Small compass more, now may zoom compass by the rood, to make 40,000 folks there grow through their rood.
That is their own fault, not the fault of policy.
God above, he knoweth whose fault it is, and not I.
But did it not daily give you warning?
Doubtless.
Did it not plain me to you?
I grant no less.
And if my man moan, what would ye me tell?
As my hope was that, at length, all things should be well.
Compassing, yeah.
People, I put trust in other.
False believers is enmity by God's mother.
Well, suffer me then for my declaration to set authority and reformation, that ye may both hear and charge them, as well as me.
With all my heart, good policy, let it be so. I pray you call them hither, if they may be got.
Cheer on. Us can tell where they say true or not.
The foulest open-mouthed wretch that e'er ye heard. Insolence! Such insolence!
Worse and worse.
Greg.
Hello.
Greg.
The foulest open-mouthed wretch that e'er ye heard.
Good thou, by no means, make the peasant afeard.
No, but anon I trow we shall his maship trim, convey her away, and then all we three chide him, but wisht, and come apace.
I hear Policy's voice.
Ah, that I met you so well, I do much rejoice, Lady Respublica. Would you come her before?
Madam, God save ye.
And preserve you evermore.
This is happy hap, ye come so soon together.
As I went, I met them both twain, hasting hither.
Never in better time.
Madam, what's your will?
Is there anything that would say us until?
People crieth out, and I am much aggrieved that we feel ourselves in nothing yet relieved.
No, that is not true. Many declare I can.
Even in brief words, I pray you, do it then.
Pray you let me suppose with this same new-come gemman.
No, sir.
She'll speak and she can spy my time one.
At first, your priests and bishops have not as they have had.
When they had their livings, men were both fed and clad.
Yea, but they ought not, by scripture, be called lords.
That they rule the church with scripture well accords.
They were proud and covetous, and took much upon them.
But they were not covetousness that took them all from them.
The coin is also changed.
Yea, from silver to dross. It was told us for the best, but poor we bear the loss. And Chad with sweat of breath got a few small crumbs. Enemy debts, it could not make me sums. My landlord, for my corn, paid me such sums and such, when he should have had for rent. It was but half so much. 6 pence and every shilling was his struck quite away. So, for one piece he took, che was vain to pay in tway. And I think 'twere brass. Sorrow have I else. But the queen most part on't was made out of bells.
Yet, if ye mark it well, for one piece ye have 3, which for your people is no small commodity.
Well, I will wed meddle in this same matter no more. I's recked not I'd swear 'twas silver, as 'twas avore.
People, ye shall at length find it all for the best.
D'ye heard a parish clerk say, Dio meste justum veste?
Undoubtedly. I feel many things are amiss.
Yeah, I can tell you more things yet. And me lust burgess have all the woods throughout the realm destroyed, which might have served long years being well employed. Then the great cubs have so take the rest to hire, the poor folk cannot get stick to make a fire. In their great grazing have made flesh so dear or what, that poor folk at shambles cannot bestow their groat.
I lament it, people. Alack, what may I do? I myself, I fear, shall come to ruin too. Policy, what comfort? When will you ease my smart?
Ye are as safe even now, but for your false heart, as any lady of your name in Christendom.
And so said chattered by me Alladum.
Ye hear what people saith, which feeleth as I do.
But rude people's words, will ye give credit unto? Will ye judge yourself after his foolish jangling? Ye were well enough till he began his wrangling.
Will ye believe people that hath no manner of skill to judge or to discern what thing is good or ill? He is so headstrong, he must be bridled with laws.
Those zombie stark bedlams, yet wise folk beeth na doors.
We have oft found people most disobedient to orders most requisite and expedient. Who is such a maintainer of wrong opinions as people in all countries and dominions? Yet ye ought, therefore, to rebuke him at all hours for discouraging any ministers of yours.
Ye must tarry time, ere we can your purpose serve.
Yea, and then while the grass shall grow, the earth shall starve.
Do ye not see by all experience plain that men from diseases recover again? Do, after sickness pass, remain a long time weak?
People hark, authority doth good reason speak.
So ye, though oppressed with long adversity, yet doubt not, are toward health and prosperity.
Lo, people, to hope a while longer shall be best.
Well, then champ persuades to do so at your inquest.
Madam, mistrust us not, your painful ministers.
Never had lady more watchful officers.
For my part, I will swear the gospel book upon that if the laws I have made should, everyone, redound to mine own singular commodity, they could not be friendlier framed than they be.
Therefore repose yourself, madam, a while and wink. We are in better case to ward than you think.
We shall here remain, and give people good counsel, quiet for to be, till policy may prevail.
He will do well with your good informations.
Yea, they shall follow their good exaltations.
Then I leave you all here to God. I will depart.
Now, destructions to member in my heart.
Destructions, ye miser.
Ye peasant,
Ye lout,
can ye not else do but rage and rave and cry out?
and cannot tell on whom,
No more than can adore.
crow against your betters,
And murmur against the law. Let me hear thee prate as thou dost done before.
Or trouble Respublica any more.
thou canst not see, thou wretch, canst thou, when thou art well?
Is't part of thy play with such high matters to mell?
Doth it become thee to bark with such a wide throat?
And to have an oar in everybody's boat?
If thou do so again, it shall be with thee worse.
We shall wring and pinch thee, both by belly and purse.
I would advise you, friend, to grunt and groan no more.
Do the like again, and thou shalt rue it full sore.
It were best for you, friend, all murmuring to cease.
By then, shall e'en go home and bear hold my peace.
Do so by my rede, and fall to honest labour.
Hence home and be quiet, and thou shalt find favour.
And she'll bid you farewell.
No words, but hence apace. This was done as should be done.
This was done in right place.
Oh, one word each go. You give folk leave to think.
No, marry, will we not, nor to look but wink.
Yea, by jest, but she'll look. Hey, lo there, thought is free. The cat, they saith, may look on a king party.
Now, where do we become? I home.
And I abroad.
And I must see what feet about my door have trod.
Wherein appears the graciousness of God, more than infinitely to exceed man's goodness, but that he keepeth back the sharp stroke of his rod, when man would rage in most furious wooden. Scarce any amends may man eagerness appease. Yea, and though he forgive, he will not soon forget. Towards true penitence God's wrath forthwith doth cease, and he their past sins behind his back doth set. Of long sufferance he is with weakness to bear, while any hope of amendment doth remain. Though he plagues sinners to call them home by fear, yet his mercy and grace are aye ready again. His grievous displeasure dureth not forever, and why? Quia misericordias eos, which to show he chiefly delighteth ever, mane super omnia opere eos. It grieveth him sore when he must needs take vengeance. His delight and glory is mercy to practice, his tender compassion on true repentance. He hath still, in the beginning, sought to exercise the mass of this world. In his mercy did he frame sky, earth, and sea. His mercy replenished. In his mercy did he after redeem the same, when else, remediless, it must have perished. In his mercy was Israel delivered from the Egyptian thraldom and captivity. In his mercy the same through the Red Sea was led, and through wilderness to a land of liberty. Sith that time all commonwealths he hath protected, and to such as with earnest prayer have made moan, me, compassion, he hath quickly directed to revive and recover them every one. Now lastly, hath he heard the most doleful lament of woeful Respublica, his darling most dear. Therefore me, compassion, with speed he hath sent, a most sorrowful heart to recomfort and cheer. I tarry her coming, that I may her salute. Hope, methinketh I see her appear in place, of friendship devoid and of succour destitute. I will hear her, and then give words of solace.
O Lord, hast thou forever closed up thine ear? Wilt thou never more the desolate's prayer hear? Wilt thou still turn away thy face from my distress? Wilt thou glee forsake me and leave me comfortless? Oh, the secret sighs and sobs and prayers of mine heart, shall they not forever thine eyes to me convert? I grant that mine offences have so much deserved, but for whom, save sinners, is thy mercy reserved? Thou promised it so, which hitherto hast been just. Despair, Lord, I will not, nor thy goodness mistrust. Lo, down on my distress, and for thy glory's sake, though I be ill-worthy, yet mercy on me take.
How will I speak to her?
Who maketh me afeard?
No, I will thee comfort. God hath thy prayer heard, and now, Respublica, be of good hope and trust.
O Lord, now do I see that thou art ever just.
I am sent to recomfort thee, Respublica.
O Lady Compassion, Misericordia.
What say ye to me? What, woman, can you not speak? I am come down, all your sorrows once to break. Speak, woman.
Misericordia.
Out comfortably. Ye shall have no more cause to speak despairably.
My heart in God's mercy is so dilated that my very spirit to heaven is elated. Lady Compassion, welcome vehement. Ever be God praised that you to me hath sent.
Now that I have put you in sure hope of relief, I must go Verity to try out all your grief. Verity shall open how your decay hath grown, and then the causes thereof shall be overthrown.
Who be the causes thereof, I cannot discern. But yond cometh one of them that do me govern.
What's his name?
Policy.
Policy is good. He doth work you many good things of likelihood.
A vengeance on him, and God give him his curse. I'm besieged now of every cut-purse. I can go nowhere now, in city neither town, but Piers Pick-purse playeth at organs under my gown.
What talketh he?
Who speaketh yond? Respublica!
What of the pick-purse?
Forsooth, Dame Respublica, I said, and we had 2 pillories mo, 'twere no worse, for it is a light thing now to meet Piers Pick-purse. God preserve you. Right, fair lady. And Christ you save, who are you? And what would ye in this country have?
This same is the Lady Misericordia, sent from God purposely.
Unto you, Respublica?
Yea.
Then must ye needs be most heartily welcome. We had ne'er more need of you by my halidom. There be in this country which, but ye comfort send, are full like to make both mad and a short end.
I will go to do that I said, Respublica, and return with speed.
Sweet Misericordia.
Good Misericordia now, and lady most dear, Christ blister on your heart. What make you here?
Oh, come back, Policy.
I come.
Whither would you now?
Convey myself hence, honestly, if I wist how.
When come ye, Policy? What look ye? Something lost?
Anon, if I tarry, it will turn to my cost.
Ah, friend Policy.
Yea!
Now shall I be in bliss.
Thanks to God, we must find provision for this. Did not I tell you that God would you save? Ye may see now what it is good rulers to have.
Ye say truth. But look, yonder cometh honesty.
Ah, yes, stunt honesty, replacing the earlier honesty, who was performed by somebody else. Yes, coming in any second now. Pray God, amen!
Yes, look else.
What news bringeth he?
I should speak a word in the ear of policy. If I may not so, I will speak it openly.
I have not seen you a great while, Honesty.
Oh, noble Lady Respublica, well will you be?
All shall be now. Such news I have to me brought.
I hear it told for truth. Policy all will be naught.
Hearest thou any joyful news abroad, or not?
Oh, yea, I have certain news which are both brim and hot. There is new start-up, a lady called Veritas.
Then am I all safe and sure of prosperity. How is it spoken?
This is Latin, gross and blunt. Misericordia et Veritas sibi oberi verunt. That is, mercy and truth are both met together.
Then will it not be long ere they both come hither?
Hither? How so?
Yea, both mercy and verity.
A pestle on them both, saving my charity. But soft, brother Honesty, you might mistake it. Of which verity was't, trow you, that they spake it?
Of the general verity, old times, daughter.
Faith, they were not our friends that first hither brought her. Old times, daughter, that shuttle-brained, tall, long man that ne'er stands still but flieth as fast as he can, much like as he swimmed or glided upon ice.
Yea.
Well, for all that, of wise men, he is thought most wise.
Oh, I know him. He carrieth a clock on his head, a sand-glass in his hand, a dial in his forehead.
Ye say truth, Policy. The The same is very he.
Old Time, the eavesdropper, I know him, pardy. An ancient turner of houses upside down, and a common consumer of city and town. Old Time's daughter, quote he, I shew his naked heart. Many of my friends hath he brought to pain and smart. Compassion and that truth come hither to you.
Mercy, before ye came, promised so right now.
It is no time now, honesty, to be idle.
Something breweth?
It is time for us to bridle. Go thy ways afore, in all haste, honesty, and tell reformation and authority that both these ladies, in all goodly fashion, must be entertained here in this nation. Madam Respublica, is not your pleasure so?
What else? In all the haste, honesty, see ye go.
Say further that I would we four anon might meet here, or where they will, save in the open street. And hear you, honesty.
What now?
A little near. Provide in any wise that verity come not here, let insolence and oppression keep her hence.
We shall all three therein do our best diligence.
Bid them well remember the world will wax quasi. Some of us ere long may haply but a daisy. Or put out the eye of Misericordia, and without an eye play in plain trussing corder.
Policy? What is it that ye talk there so long?
I send instructions that they may do no wrong.
Send ye aught to him that may not be told to me?
How should we with every trifling trifle trouble ye? Well then, ye look for these two ladies, I am sure.
I trust they will not fail on me to do their cure.
I told you ever, did I not, that your wealth would frame?
I shall reward your pains, or else I were to blame.
Then best I go now straight to my fellows and see
that things needful for us may not unready be. Do so, I pray you.
Very well, Respublica, till I see you next.
Now, Misericordia, when shall be thy pleasure? Bring hither verity. Behold! In with the words speaking, where they both be.
Dare say Respublica thinketh the time long.
Who can blame her, having endured so much wrong? But as meat and drink and otherly bodily food, I never found to be so pleasant, nor so good, as when fretting hunger and thirst have pinched for, and as health after sickness is sweeter evermore. So after decay and adversity overcome, wealth and prosperity shall be double welcome.
Now, Respublica, have I not been long hence?
Come ye first or last, ye bless me with your presence.
As I was commanded, I bring you verity to help you, your people, and their posterity.
Dearest jewel Respublica, I do you embrace.
I thank your goodness, and submit me to your grace.
Embrace verity forever, Respublica, and cleave fast to her.
Yes, Misericordia.
Now please it you to declare, Sister Verity, how she may recover her old prosperity, her honour, her wealth, her riches, her substance, her commons, her people, her strength, and her puissance.
All this will be recovered in content, and to better state also by good government.
No lady of my name upon earth, I esteem, hath had better administers than mine have been, policy, reformation, and authority.
These three be very good.
And the fourth, honesty.
But what if these, which have had you and yours to keep, have been ravening wolves in the clothing of sheep?
If I heard not you, Verity, such sentence give, by no man's persuasion I could it believe.
Ah, good Respublica, thou hast been abused. whom thou choosest our vices to be refused, whom thou callest honesty is adulation, and he at his pretense was reformation is indeed oppression and huge violence, whom thou callest authority is proud insolence. Then he that was policy, the chief man of price, indeed is most striking and filthy avarice. He first in Velwood 3, his purpose to frame, coat each of these vices with a virtuous name.
Benedicte! Is this a possible case?
Ye shall see it prove true before your own face. They shall be convinced before you, one by one.
Oh, Lord! What marvel if my thrift were well nigh gone? But what redress shall I have hereof, and when?
Such as may be most fit, and as soon as we can. Justice and peace are appointed to descend, the one to keep you quiet, the other you to defend. As soon as we 4 sisters together shall be met, an order for your establishment shall be set. By the eternal providence it is decreed so.
Oh, most merciful Lord, all praise be thee unto.
I will leave you here with my sister Verity, and learn of their coming with all celerity.
Ye need not, for I know they now be very near. And behold, they begin already to appear.
We're just waiting for the arrival of peace.
Now, once again, in God let us 2 sisters kiss, in token of our joining to make a perfect bliss.
And now let us never be sundered any more, till we may Respublica perfectly restore.
Let us meet them,
Sister Misericordia.
And unto their sight present Respublica.
All hail, most
Dear sisters, mercy and verity, and all hail Respublica, with all sincerity.
Oh, ye ladies celestial, how much am I bound with thanks to fall flat before you on the ground, that ye the thus vouchsafe a forlorn creature by your heavenly protection to recure.
I, justice from heaven, am come you to visit.
And I, peace forever with you to inhabit.
And all we 4 sisters, to the utmost of our power, shall restore, establish and defend your honour.
We shall first restore your most happy estate, and suppress all them that had made you desolate.
Verity shall all truth open as it is.
I, justice, shall redress whate'er is found amiss.
I, mercy, where the member may recured be, shall temper the rigour and slake extremity.
I, peace, when the uncurable is clean cut away, and the ill made good, shall flourish forever aye.
And I, which cannot otherwise your goodness deserve, shall your wholesome directions duly observe. And what if insolence shall come, or avarice?
Detest them, abhor them, and refuse their service. I doubt not but they will still be hunting hither, till we 4 shall them forsake them here altogether.
Sisters, go we, and Respublica with us, to be newly apparelled otherwise than thus.
Come on, Respublica, with us to wealth from woe. God hath given us in charge, that it must be so.
The blissful renovation ye shall reign in, must from henceforth now immediately begin.
Oh.
and a song, The Mercy of God, etc. As they exit, and we close this session of Respublica. We have one more session to do the closing of Act 5 when everybody comes on stage at the same time. This demonstrates quite nicely, actually, the limits of what a Zoom room actually does well, because this is a text that requires fast intercutting of lines, which you can't do on Zoom because of the latency. So it's like it should be no, shut up, and you can't do it. Plus, also. We do need to add in a lot more indications of asides and who we're talking to at certain points. And it's very hard to do sort of creeping away, acting, coming back again. And all of that business. This is incredibly business-heavy play to the audience stuff. So it's really hard to do. Especially, Avarice, who's got this basically cloak made of money. That gets fuller every scene, and business chucks himself on the floor so one can get at him, orders everyone from. It's so business heavy, and to a degree costume heavy as well. That it's really quite hard to really make that flow and dance. But you can see the bones of it there. You can see the bones. Thoughts on the room about the bones? Sarah, Respublica's not a very exciting part, is it?
I was rather enjoying her.
Were you?
I was. I made a decision very early on. I mean, I know she says it says in the thing that she's meant to be a widow, but I just thought she's just so dim. Bless her. Like really well-meaning, but just completely clueless. And the thing is, this is such a great parable for today. This story, you can see how government is just when it all goes to hell, it really all goes to hell. It was interesting because I mean you had people as a separate character who were kind of, I was sort of taking people to be like, people in their everyday lives, like moaning about inflation or whatever. But then Respublica is also like, she's the nation. So she's like, she stands for sort of all the people in one. And nations do make really bad choices sometimes, and they do get badly governed, and they bring it on themselves sometimes as well. I'm mentioning no names, and so I actually decided to just play her as a sort of slightly like really well-meaning but a bit dim and low information. She's a low information voter, and
yeah, because
I enjoyed it actually.
Because
it made sense of the character.
Yeah, because the people are well informed. They know it's all terrible. Yeah. And it's like, but no, I'll keep telling you the lies that I've got here on my bit of paper that I've been given. But this is our press release. That the country's doing really well. It's not doing really. No, I've been told it's doing really well. By the people who are literally creaming off all of the money from the state.
Yeah, and she's like, oh yeah, no, it's great. We're going to do this for the economy. And just not really paying attention. So I played her as a bit of a sort of well-meaning, out of touch dimwit, and I actually think I enjoyed playing her that way, and I think that's quite a nice I mean, it's just one interpretation, but it seemed to work, and so I had good fun with her.
Good. Yes. Oh, that's good. Well, it's because it was sort of like everybody else has sort of got business or and it's like you sort of come on and go, what is inflation?
Yeah. But she's kind of like she's so trusting and also wears all her emotions just completely
it's so
openly.
Sad that you're starving. It's so
I
sad.
know, and it's like, oh dear, what do I do? And I didn't mean for
tried
this to
nothing
happen.
and none of it's worked.
No, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I actually found. I mean, I think if you played her as a sort of stately, gracious widow, it would be an incredibly dull role. But I think, yeah, I giving her that sort of incredibly naive, kind of well-meaning but completely ignorant, and consequently at the mercy of every Russian troll that comes her way, to make it a modern parallel. I think actually, I think that's a really quite a fun way into the character, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean the people. I just love the way the people say, "This is policy," and they're going, "I thought he died."
Yeah, drowned with conscience.
Didn't he disappear one night mysteriously? And he's just had this image that Avarice just dragged him round a corner and slit his throat and chucked him in the river.
Threw him out of a window.
Started.
Poison it, whatever, yeah.
Sorry, Alan.
Have I served my penance now, having read Village Idiot for much of this? I think that the trouble is there's an awful lot of what the people are actually saying, and the fact that it's written in phonetic, an attempt at phonetic dialogue, makes it bloody difficult to read it cold.
Yes, and for the audio recording we've been doing, we spent some time deciding on how that was going to flow and what was going to come out. It's actually for once it does actually fit an accent. It's not well, at least a sort of it's Mama said, but it does actually bounce along quite well. But it is true, you need to be able to point. Again, it's that this is a text that refuses to be cold read, actually, because there's so much detail going on there. Because we did kind of beat the crap out of you.
Yep.
In that scene, which we didn't really do, but it's menaces. We're standing there just going whack. You're not gonna say bad things about us, are you?
Yeah, cowering on Zoom doesn't actually work that well.
No. Those are the limitations that we have here, and it's not the text's fault that we can't quite bring it all out.
I think actually it might be worth an attempt at rewriting the people speeches in conventional English, but just make the note to the actor that adopt a dialect.
I know, I genuinely, with a bit of rehearsal, it's fine. It really is. I mean, it's obviously it's annoying to do, but no, it's genuinely fine. It's just not very good for a cold read. I also think actually the script gives us lots of opportunities with what the people's actually saying, where we could throw in some additional references there. I mean, this is a play. I wouldn't necessarily do this play uncut. I think it is a bit, it overdoes some of the business is overlong and could be tidy. But I definitely think you could build a really quite good contemporary production of this, because the politics of what's going on here is utterly sound. I mean, it really is. And we've got songs, so we've got opportunities to throw in some more stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff from the period which doesn't connect. It's like, what have you been doing? I've been robbing the church. And of course, that's a political statement about what's the Reformation that has literally been happening as they've been shutting down monasteries and abbeys and all the rest of it. We might vaguely know what all of that's going on is about, but it doesn't mean you actually it doesn't land in the same way. Alan.
But a lot of the events really were about 20 years prior to this play?
No, there's all been. It keeps
rolling
on. Just because Cromwell's dead doesn't mean they stopped.
Yeah, I would have seen it more as Henrican than Edward.
Yeah, well, it is, but this is the first year of Mary, and Edward didn't stop either. So this is an ongoing process, and of course the coinage, the debasement of the coinage, that's been steadily getting worse from the last days of Henry onwards as well. They don't get the coinage under control until Elizabeth. And then you have the inflation problem of all the Spanish silver that they're nicking, which totally creates that's proper quantitative easing. That is. Anyway, Sarah.
You could change it to I've been robbing the post office.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, any privatisation that we've had in the last 50 years would fit perfectly well. There's plenty of silver being stolen from the populace by people who like lining their own pockets. It just depends on how heavy-handed you want to make the references, really, and how much tweaking of the text you want to do. And I think you could have a really playful version of this, which is closer to an adaptation, where you bounce off, because we've got a lot of rhyming verse, and I think you could chop it up and play with the verse structures and do some interesting things with that, and really give it a sort of interesting bounce. And the same, add more songs. I feel this needs more songs, but that's just me. Sarah.
I'm going to apologise in advance because I don't know if I maybe said this the first time round in the first look,
Who knows?
I've just forgotten because it was years ago. But I just wanted to flag up that according to Google, which must be right, of course, the first printed version of the idiom "a cat may look at a king" was published in 1562 in the Proverbs and Epigrams of John Haywood.
Yes.
But this predates it.
Yeah, but that no, that's a later printing. John Haywood's writing that around 1540.
Oh, okay.
So that must be a later printing. I'm fairly certain off the top of my head. That's off the top of my head, folks. But cat may look at a king. I'm fairly certain. I mean, it's contemporaneous, and it's not a coining. It's a coining. It's not. It's a quotation.
No. I just thought maybe this was the first place it was written down. But
in drama, it is. Haywood's Proverbs is a weird storytelling mashup thing, but I'm fairly certain 1540s. He stops writing plays that we have and getting them published, and he does safer stuff. Does Paul Haywood. Not having a good time. He was so looking forward to Mary coming to the throne, and then you can sense his disappointment.
Unlucky.
Well, he was Catholic. He just really was going, "Hey, the Queen's going to go. It's all going to be fine." That's not quite what we asked for. Hey ho. Right. Any other thoughts on Respublica before I close the session? Okay, we're going to finish this slightly weirdly structured reading of it with the last few scenes next time. It's still reasonably chunky. It'll be about half an hour long, I think. We will finish off this merry tale of pillaging the exchequer by unscrupulous people who just like money. And on that note, thanks to all the wonderful readers for their wonderful reading. Thank you very much, everyone, and goodbye, false believers of Zembdi.